Geobyte.
Hi students, welcome to the Geobyte Diploma series. In this video, we are going to discuss very important concept called shear force and bending moment diagrams. Shear force and bending moment diagrams are very important for understanding the theory of simple bending and design part also, machine designs or design of machine elements. First, let us know what is the meaning of beam and how many types of beams are there in the market, and what is the meaning of force and how many types of forces are there. Beam means, first let me write the definition for beam. Beam is a structural member. Beam is a structural member. It is a structural member. Structural member upon which number of forces are acting. Number of forces are acting perpendicular to its axis. So beam is a structural member upon which number of, it's a structural member upon which number of forces are acting perpendicular to its axis. It is like this. Let us assume this is the beam. This may be the axis of the beam. Normal to that axis, number of forces may be acting like this, perpendicular to that axis. That is about the beam. Now let us discuss the types of beams. Types of beams. The very first beam, cantilever beam. The cantilever beam is one in which one of the ends are fixed, other end is left to, or other end is left free. The cantilever beam is one. The cantilever beam is one in which one end is fixed, and other end is left free. It is like this. This may be fixture and this is the beam. This is how the cantilever beam is fixed. The cantilever beam is fixed. That is the cantilever beam. One end is fixed and other end is left free. That is the cantilever beam. Come to the second kind of beam called simply supported beam. Simply supported beam. Remember, the simply supported beam is one. It consists of supports at its both ends. The simply supported beam is one. Simply supported beam. Simply supported beam. It consists of supports at its both ends. It consists of supports at its both ends. It is like this. This may be the simply supported beam. This is one support and other support like this. The supports may be like this. This is one support. This is one support and other support may be like this. This is another support. So this is the line diagram for simply supported beam. Similarly, one more beam is fixed beam. One more beam is fixed beam. Before going to discuss the fixed beam, let us write the overhanging beam. Overhanging beam. Remember, overhanging beam also consists of two supports, but the beam is extended beyond the supports. It also consists of two supports, but the beam is extended beyond the supports. But the beam is beam is extended beyond the supports. Remember that extension may be either in one side or both sides. If I take a beam like this is one end overhanging or one side overhanging. The same beam may be overhanging on both sides. This is the overhanging beam on both sides. Both sides overhanging beam. One side overhanging beam, both sides overhanging beam. Now come to the next kind of beam, fixed beam. So it is fixed between the two fixtures. It is fixed between two fixtures. It is like this. this is the one fixture and this is the another fixture, like this it is fixed. Next one, continuous beam. Continuous beam, it consists of, the continuous beam consists of, it consists of more than two supports. More than two supports. It consists of more than two supports means it is like this. This is one support, one more support, one more support, like this. If any beam is maintaining supports more than two, that kind of beam is called continuous beam. That is about the beams. Once again, beam is a structural member upon which number of forces are acting perpendicular to its axis. Now come to the types of beams. The very first one, cantilever beam. The cantilever beam is one in which one end is fixed, other end is left free. The second kind of beam is the simply supported beam. This is the simply supported beam. It consists of two supports at its both ends. This is the simply supported beam. Come to the overhanging beam. Remember, overhanging beam also consists of two supports. Overhanging beam also consists of two supports, but the beam is extended beyond the supports. Next kind of beam is fixed beam. It consists of two fixtures at its both ends, or it is fixed between the two fixtures. That is about the fixed beam. The last one, continuous beam. The continuous beam is one. It consists of more than two supports. The continuous beam is one. It consists of more than two supports. That is about the beam and types of beams. Now let us discuss about the loads. Here load means any external force on the beam. Load means any external force. On the beam. Any external force on the beam is called load. Now types of loads. Let us discuss the types of loads. The very first one, point load or concentrated load. Point load or concentrated load. It is like this. The point load is one. Let us take a beam. Like simply supported beam. The point load is one which is concentrating on a particular point. The total load is concentrating at a particular point. Since it is concentrating at a particular point, the point load is also called concentrated load. That is about the point load. The second kind of load is uniformly distributed load. The second kind of load is uniformly distributed load. Distributed load. Popularly it is called UDL, uniformly distributed load. The UDL is one which is distributing throughout its length. The UDL is one, it is distributed throughout its length uniformly. It is like this. Let this is your beam. Let this is your beam. 1 minute. Let us take upper side. This is a simply supported beam. The UDL is one which is distributing uniformly throughout its length. It is like this. It is distributing uniformly throughout its length. This is the representation of UDL, uniformly distributed load. The UDL is one which is distributed throughout its length by assuming L be the length of the beam. Next kind of load is UVL. UVL means uniformly varying load. Next kind of load uniformly varying load. Again, let us take the simply supported beam. It is like this. This is the simply supported beam. It consists of two supports. That variation may be like this. This is how the load may be uniformly varying from one end to other end. This uniformly varying load may also called as triangular load because the load representation is looking like a triangle. It is like this. This is the representation of UVL, uniformly varying load. Uniformly varying load. This is the representation of uniformly varying load. I hope you understood. So this is the uniformly UVL. It is also called UV. Most popularly it is called as UVL, uniformly varying load. That is about the beams and types of beams, load and types of loads. Once again, let us recall the load. Load means any external force on the beam is called load. Whatever the external force which is acting on the beam is called a load. There are three kinds of loads. First one, point load, is also called concentrated load. Point load is also called concentrated load. The point load representation is like this. Point or concentrated load. This is how the load is represented. Now come to the second one, UDL, uniformly distributed load. This is the uniformly distributed load in which the load is uniformly distributed. The load is uniformly distributed throughout its length. It is like this. The load is uniformly distributed throughout its length. Like that. That is the UDL. That is the representation of the UDL. Now come to the last kind of load, UVL, UVL means uniformly varying load. Uniformly varying load. Uniformly varying load. This is the representation of the uniformly varying load. This is how the load is varying from one end to other end. In our representation, the load is varying from 0 at one end to the maximum at other end. Here the load is 0, other end load is maximum. Sometimes if the load is distributing from minimum to maximum, that kind of load may also called as UVL, means uniformly varying load. Now let us discuss about the shear force and bending moment. Let me write the definition for shear force. Shear force means, my dear students, algebraic sum of algebraic sum of forces that are acting on the beam vertically upwards and downwards is called shear force. Algebraic sum of forces. 1 minute, here a point is missing. Algebraic sum of forces that are acting on the beam vertically upwards and downwards is called shear force. Remember, here the sign representation is very important. Generally, for finding the shear force, downward forces sign representation. Sign representation for shear force is like this. Generally, downward force is taken as positive, upward force is taken as negative. This information is very important for constructing the SFD and BMDs, means shear force diagrams and bending moment diagrams. In general, the downward force is taken as positive, upward force is taken as shear force, upward force is taken as negative. Once again, downward force is generally taken as positive, upward force is taken as negative. You try to remember this point. This point is very important point. Now come to the bending moment. Bending moment means algebraic sum of moments algebraic sum of moments that are acting on the beam in both clockwise and anti-clockwise anti-clockwise is called bending moment. Bending moment. Look at the definition. Algebraic sum of moments that are acting on the beam in both clockwise and anti-clockwise is called bending moment. Algebraic sum of moments that are acting on the beam in both clockwise and anti-clockwise is called bending moment. Now, the bending moment representation is generally like this. Try to remember this information. These points are very, very important points. It is like this. Generally, clockwise moments are taken as negative, anti-clockwise moments are taken as positive. You may have doubt that, sir, what is the meaning of clockwise moment and anti-clockwise moment? Let us take the beam. Like this, and a load is acting at this particular point. Let that is W. E is at a distance of L from the fixture. Let it be A. Then bending moment about A, or bending moment at A, equal to 1 minute. Bending moment at A or about A equal to load into distance, W into L. But this load is trying to bend the beam in the clockwise direction. It is bending the beam like this. This kind of moment is taken as negative. But for the same beam, like this, load may be acting 1 minute. For the same beam, the load may be acting at this location. W load is at a distance of L from the fixture. Then what is the bending moment at A? This W is trying to maintain the anti-clockwise moment. So bending moment, 1 minute. Bending moment at A, for this case, W into L. It is clockwise moment. It is anti-clockwise moment. Anti-clockwise moment, W into L. It is the anti-clockwise moment. This anti-clockwise moment should be taken as positive. This is the clockwise moment. Clockwise moment should be taken as negative. That is the meaning of clockwise moment and anti-clockwise moment. With this information, let us construct shear force diagrams and bending moment diagrams. So with this, I am ending this video. In the next video, I will try to cover as many as problems for constructing the both shear force diagrams and bending moment diagrams. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you very much.
Geobyte.